Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of The Relationship Theory. Here we take difficult emotions and we talk them out like they are a regular conversation. You see the title, Emotionally Related Situations. Alright, I'm gonna start here. I was out busking one day and I was talking to myself about situations, a situation in particular. I'm not going to get into exactly which one it was, but I usually talk to myself about situations just so I can see how things align for me. Sometimes, however, things align for other people. And when they align for other people, I have to then ask myself, well, if they're asking me at the same time that I thought it was something for me, doesn't that mean that this is a situation I've either been through before or have already said to someone, or is this a role that I usually play for this person in this regard? Where emotionally related situations come from is when you look at the brother or sister of a situation that you're in. That's what this video is about. Sometimes you go through similar or familiar interactions with people and experiences that only serve to remind you that you've been here before. Go ahead. And while you've been there, well, you don't necessarily want to stay there. But being that you're in a repeating situation that doesn't seem to, essentially a timeline, a time loop, right? It doesn't seem to have an out. What do you do about it? Well, recognizing that you're in a situation that is the brother or sister of a situation, on top of the fact that in the last few vlogs I've been talking about how sexual energy has an address for you, you could look at certain emotional situations as though they were sexually exchanging things. And when you're in a emotionally related situation that reminds you of your familial status, you might then begin to understand how certain situations are confusing for you because they're not coming from a place of estrangement or just a stranger meets a friend / lover turned lover. Whenever those stories don't fit the bill of the mix of experiences that you're going through, it's probably because your experience is an incestuous one. Not directly incestuous though. It's just emotionally related. Your experience in the present moment has an emotional relation to something else that you rely on for your experience with reality. And that type of incest does frustrate you. It does give you it gives you the stomach pains. You do get the ills and the bad feelings. You do, because were it a directly and actual incestuous motion, that would be a problem. There's a whole lot of deficiencies that come with that. It's just when you turn things energetically and then you look at it, you're like, oh, hold on, actually. The reason why this experience doesn't serve me well or at all is because, in a way, I'm the brother to the situation. I'm the sister to this situation. And there's a way out of it, of course. The first is being aware that that's where you are. And the reason why awareness is such a key thing for consciousness, especially regarding your experience, is particularly because awareness helps you understand the field that you're in and the range that you're in. Awareness comes with a habit of nature too, though. So you have to train your habit of awareness to see things that you otherwise wouldn't have seen. I wouldn't blame comfort, but comfort might discourage innovation and innovative thought processes. So when it comes to emotionally related situations in your life, sometimes the reason why you can't get through a thing is because sexually It's mixing as though a brother and sister were literally having sex. So that's this episode of the relationship theory. Just give that some thought, and it ought to help you parry through certain experiences that you're experiencing, because that's when you get to really see things as they are, unobstructed, uninterrupted, of course, right? It's very necessary not to jump into situations automatically, even if you're in the right, because if it's an emotionally related circumstance and situation, it's probably going to take a bit of time to unstick from that web. Enjoy the rest of your day.